We want the species to go on, but we want it only to go on with women in it. So that's what we have to do. That's the only way to keep the human race going, is with just women.
Hi folks, this is Enamul and welcome to the Down Below Talks. As you have seen earlier, today's topic is delusion, and this time it's fat delusion. Check this out.
White men, I especially don't need your opinion unsolicited. It's always just white men that just like some kind of problem.
What man? It's always just fat girl talking shit.
Here's your monthly update, June update. Men are still trash. Facts.
From where you getting your facts? I mean facts.
Men are disgusting pigs. I'm sick to my stomach.
No, you have tire attached to your stomach.
A lot of men usually like that I say that stuff because...
What?
Yeah. The reason being is they think it deters other men. So they're like, oh, the woman who hates men chose me. She must love me.
They think she won't cheat because she's a misandrist is what she's saying.
And so most guys that I love when I say that, they're like, oh my God, yeah, like you're only with me. I'm special. I know it sounds crazy.
Who are those men? And yes, that is crazy.
Is your definition of racism prejudice plus power?
So she's dumb and fat. She doesn't know anything. She just consuming air and the blah 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 fat ship. Have you any wool? Yes sir, yes sir. 300 bags full.
Let's say we were in China.
Okay.
Could people in China be racist against white people in China?
Yes. Right?
Could Chinese people be racist towards white
Let's
people?
say I'm an immigrant to China.
I mean, we have like no culture, so like what's the racism about?
White people have no culture?
Ooh, I want to hear the culture.
I don't know.
I love
What's
white
the
people.
culture?
I want to hear it.
Beethoven, Mozart, Chopin, Schubert, Bach.
There's a debate that
Mendelssohn.
Mozart was black.
Like, that's what you're referring to? There's
what?
so much culture in Europe.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay,
Beethoven.
well maybe
white Americans is what
don't
you
have
mean.
culture.
What?
Yes, they do. They brought over
they were
over
raping and
culture
pillaging.
from Europe, and then
Wait,
inside of the United States, all over you can see collectives of this from Europeans who settled in the South, which has some of its own unique culture. If you go west, it has its own unique culture, and then on the East Coast, same thing. So yeah, they brought over a lot of things, but it was a hodgepodge of European heritages. So, but yeah, there's definitely some culture here in the U.S. for sure.
White people don't have exciting culture.
What?
Like I don't know.
As compared to what?
I mean, like African heritage, Hispanic culture.
Hispanic culture is high octane in comparison to. Because it's almost, by the way,
when I think culture, I think
different?
about like people cooking in their kitchen, passing down like recipes, traditions,
like the Italians and the Irish and like the Germans, the mass migration to Germany. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Then the white people around me growing up, everywhere I lived, we're not partaking in this. The driest food, no stories, no one shows emotions, very cold.
Blah 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 blah.
Can we take all the white straight males and ship them to their own island?
Thank you, Honda.
Well, that's
Thank
nicer
you.
than the planet.
Okay,
We just need to send all the white males to another planet.
Planet, island.
I guess I didn't realize how deep my fucking hatred for white people goes. Like, they literally make me fucking livid. I'm gonna need to do some deep healing work on this one. 2020! And I started that journey.
I'm just curious, do you think the world would be a because you said we should send white men, cis white men
I think
to an
the world
island,
would be
to
better
another planet?
if there was less white people.
what?
Yo.
It's crazy. I couldn't imagine.
Maybe not currently, but like back in the day, we could have.
I could not imagine.
I think the world would be a
Reagan,
better place with less fat people.
Good man.
If all men just disappeared, do you think the world would be better or worse? All men.
It'd be safer.
How many women would freeze to death and starve to death? And
men can't do the same?
Well, here's the thing.
Because they can't maintain infrastructure. Women can't maintain infrastructure.
Well, if I'm so fat, how am I going to starve to death, Andrew?
Fat delusion.
If
I'm
all
okay with
men were
that.
to disappear, the immediate catastrophe that would be water, sewage, electricity, gas, fuel, refinement, telecommunications, IT infrastructure, road maintenance, delivery drivers, police, fire rescue.
How about other things like fracking, electrical maintenance, nuclear engineering? Like the list goes on and on and on.
I'm dating
But
celebrities,
what's
billionaires,
but
millionaires.
I'm
like
not even trying to be mean
billionaire.
here. Like,
a lot of guys don't want to admit that they like fat girls because of guys like you, where you would turn around and look at your friend and be like, "Oh, I can't believe you like that whale," and then he feels really unconfident.
most of the dudes who are running around with fat chicks are ugly dudes. Normally what I see in society is when you have an ugly person, they're with an ugly person. When you have a beautiful person, they're with a beautiful person. I usually don't see it the
but
opposite way.
you're saying automatically
And usually,
anyone
I'm
who
gonna
is
tell you,
fat
let me
now
finish.
is ugly.
I'm almost done. I'm saying that most of the time I see really fat women, they're with really fat dudes. It's most of the time.
See, most guys that hit on me are gym bros that are fit as fuck. That's like number one. The fittest, like, you should see.
Gym bros, please comment in the comment section if you agree with this fatso.
I'm f***ing gorgeous.
I am surprised.
I'm one of the most beautiful models in the world. I get flown from New York to LA to Canada to everywhere and between.
Yeah? And I'm Brad Pitt. What is happening? Woke culture is gonna be the kryptonite. I mean, when I was growing up, fat phobia was there. And I say it is good. It is a good thing. Bring back fat phobia. Nobody talks about it. It's all about saying the truth. If you're overweight or morbidly obese, you are fat. See, I have glasses. It's difficult for me to see clearly without the glasses. And if someone says, "Hey, Namu, you are half blind," I won't go, "How dare you?"
How dare you?
Or I won't say, "You're glass shaming me." It's the truth. I can't do anything about it. But fatties can run. They can shred weight. They can become us. But instead, it's this. I'm not saying that just go around calling people fat. But if you are fat, just don't go around lecturing people about beauty standards. To take extra space, taking more time to cross the street or walk slowly in the malls. I mean, you know that person who walks so slowly, it takes hours and hours to reach somewhere. I mean, in the malls. People are trying to shop. Please don't be delusional and be fat. So on that positive note, it's time to end this. As always, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next video. Ciao.